Welcome to Marrakesh, Morocco. So I'm at the airport about to get the practicalities going. Changing money at one of those vendors over there, those banks or whatever they call it, costs a lot of money. They want 10% commission. If I change 100 euros, they'll take 10 euros off me. Go outside and find an ATM. Here they only charge like 3%, obviously. So I get 1,000 dirham for 97 euro. They just confiscated my drone temporarily. Drones are banned in Morocco. I didn't know that. Should have just read the regulations. But I'm just too spontaneous for all this kind of stuff. If somebody's picking me up, man, it's like a sauna in here.
This wall is accompanying me since like 10 minutes. And we're pretty much driving around it. I assume that the old town, the Medina, is in there.
Driver dropped me off. I have to walk the rest. The roads are too tiny. And right away, I'm entering exactly what I was expecting. Something that looks like a big bazaar. You got the veggies and the fruit. Sweet looking little tea house, restaurant. You know that? I know a couple of phrases like Assalamu alaikum, Sabah al khair, Shukran. Just dead bodies hanging from a hook. Isn't that sweet though? Look at that. This is exactly what I came for. This keeps a lot of the heat outside, man. It's like 35 degrees right now. In here it's probably 27. It really helps. 2 minutes in and I was already offered hash. This is my hotel. How you doing? And in the entry hall there is a little bit of a cool pool. That's so awesome. Look at this place. Just checked into this traditional Riad. 3 nights, 167 euros. Awesome. Thank you, brother. As far as tea goes, this is hard to beat. How do they even do it, man? There is a city tax, which is 25 dirham per day. I stay for 3 days and pay 75 dirham, €7.50, divided by 10 basically. From the outside, it's just a plain door in a narrow alley. But inside, a hidden world. Riads are built inward, with all the rooms facing a central courtyard. It's about privacy, peace, and escape from the chaos of the Medina. Checking out the highest point of the place. Wow, it's warm. Now this is the center, the Medina, the old town of Marrakesh from my rooftop. I love this building, man. Supposedly it's 400 years old. It's a little tea lounge. All right, let's throw ourselves into the heart of the city. Feels like India all over again. Mopeds, beeping. A sweet place. There definitely is no shortage of barbers. I'd say the temperature sits around close to 40 degrees. Picala's bicycle cafe and restaurant, healthy food, co-working space. Thank you. Check out this place, man. Beautiful, lush little garden here. The healthiest cafe in Marrakesh. Vegan chia coconut pudding, vegan super toast, vegan picala bowl. Wow, I'm impressed, Morocco. Vegetable tagine, vegan, and hibiscus lemonade. This ceiling is gold, man. It's so hot without that thing, and it's so nice with it. Man, it is hot outside. A lot of handcraft everywhere. There's €2 in there. I'm trying to help the guy with the... no, possible. It's just impossible, man. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to help that woman out. She found a coin inside of one of those things. Lively and narrow alleys with loads of stuff that you can buy. This guy is like showing me the way to the cafe where I'm headed.
What's your name?
Nader.
Nice to meet you. Me, Hamza.
Hamza Chimaev.
Oh, fine. The best one.
Chechnya.
This is the cactus cell. Yeah, the cactus cell. Original plant. Here, this is fire, is here. Your hot water. Your the fix the color. 1 hour.
1 hour steering.
Yes, this is the blue indigo.
Oh yeah, but what do you color it with? What kind of color is it?
This is the colors.
That's the question I had, yeah.
This is the pigment.
Wow.
Which color?
Looks like gold color, but it's probably green, huh?
It's red.
Oh my god, really? It's impossible. I don't know. Red? Oh yeah, there you go. That's close.
It's red.
Purple? Oh, it's blue. Close. What is it made
Stone
from?
and flowers.
Stone flowers. Poppy flower? Okay. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate it. The whole old town is roofed. He's taking me to a music store now. It's like a giant house. Oh yeah. Thank you.
This is the leather. This is your makeup.
How's it? How do you hold it?
Are you the best?
I'm a drummer. So the guy led me around a little bit. Has said he didn't want any money. And in the end, of course, he asked me if I want to buy some hash. I generally gotta say, despite the bazaar vibe, there are no touts. Nobody is, pushing me to do anything or to buy anything. Really pleasant. Of course, people will haggle, think about buying something. People are really cool so far. This is where I'm headed. Coffee Arab. Check it out. This place was recommended to me, and so far it looks pretty pretty. Spraying sprinkle AC here. Feels like the heart of the city is directed toward tourism. A lot of fancy places like this one, catering to a little bit of a snobby crowd so far. My favorite activity when visiting a new place, especially an Oriental place that's a bit exotic, is drinking coffee. Going to a cafe and having a coffee. Of course, there has to be a limit. You can only have so much coffee, especially when it's that strong. This was like the Moroccan Soho house or something. I need a nice shaving. This guy's gonna shave me. Marrakesh Barber experience. Definitely not as cheap as India, including head massage and all the other nasal hair and eyebrows. I paid 150 dirham, 15 euro. Everywhere these little marketplace kind of venues pop up with all these eateries everywhere. Generally it's pretty clean here. People tidy up a lot, swinging the broom a lot. Even the 12-year-old boy around the corner who's selling orange juice on his little stand is whispering hush hush to me, trying to sell me hash. This guy also just tried to sell me hash. Honestly, I'd like to hang out behind these walls, but there doesn't seem to be any access for the regular mortal person. Pastries, big French influence in Morocco. These cats I need to go. Excuse me. Someone's following me. The guy did a perfect job. Totally symmetrical. I'm going for dinner. I guess it's like the taxi stand or something. Maybe I should smoke some hash. Certainly not morally opposed, just spiritually. All right, we found the epicenter of action. Check out the vibe, dog. They have the cobras that are probably dosed and don't have teeth anymore. More lame snakes. Oh man, these poor thingies. People posing with monkeys. People have to make a living, I guess. So much meat. I literally just saw heads of sheep, seafood and mussels here. If you're a bit on the cautious side, switch off your mind a little bit or put certain things into the equation which aren't so obvious. I'm good, man. Thanks. We've become so quick to judge. Witnessing this kind of exploitation of animals, the snakes and the monkeys, it feels wrong. But now sitting with it, I realize it's not that simple.
What I see as exploitation, someone else might see as survival, a way to earn a living, a tradition, a performance. It's always about perspective, not facts. No absolutes. It's all interpretation, just layers of meaning shaped by where you come from, what you've seen, what you believe. Traveling keeps humbling me like that, reminding me that discomfort is often just unfamiliarity, that I don't have to agree, but I can choose to understand. And then the call to prayer. Different words, different melodies, but somehow the same feeling. It's the same God, maybe just seen through another lens, filtered through another language, another rhythm, but it still touches my heart.
That was a total tourist trap. 25 euros for a bit of couscous, 4 strips of carrot, 4 little pieces of zucchini, and a little bit of carameled onions. Dessert was an orange with cinnamon, and the starter was a tiny salad. I don't even want to assume what kind of wingspan that is. The weather at nighttime, perfect. Probably 25 degrees, really pleasant, light breeze. 9 p.m. and quite lively on the streets of Marrakesh. I just saw a guy pray, and I figured if he is praying towards the east, because Mecca is east of here, that kind of like gives me an idea where I am in the city or where I have to go. Every 5 minutes somebody asks me if I want to buy hash. Definitely a bit of a less touristic place now. Yeah, look at the normal prices, man. Like all the main dishes are between 65 and 110 dirham. Literally less than half I just paid. Espresso is 2 euro, salad is 3 euro, couscous is 6.50. This whole thing is really just like a giant house. It's always warm, always dry. Mostly there's a roof above my head. There's TVs outside, music playing. A bit of an open air place. The entire space is covered with wooden planks.
Hello guys, very welcome to Marrakesh.
Thank you.
My name is Rashid.
Rashid. Cool.
Crazy boy. Welcome in Marrakesh. Dankeschön.
Shukran.
Schön dich kennenzulernen.
They all have the German phrases down. They all speak English very well. They all speak French also, Arabic. Pretty smart people, man. Cool music, man, but the guys always come right away and want money. And this guy wanted 200 dirham, 20 euro. I basically told him to f***. It's 10 p.m. and people are closing down. Most shops are already closed in this particular part of the market or the city. It seems like the entire city is a market. Most people are pretty friendly. Very few are pushy. Yeah, the guy that wanted money for the musicians was a bit of a dick. But other than that, good experience so far. But I have a final minty for tonight. There's a certain fascination about the hot beverages of certain cultures. In Morocco, it's definitely the minty. In Paris, it would probably be a coffee. In the East Arabian countries, it would be a black tea. In India, it would be a chai. In England, sure, black tea. And in Bavaria, the beer. And that's what it's all about for me. Just watching the neighborhood go while having one of those hot beverages that are typical for the particular area. Emotions are boiling over due to stretching while having a peacock feather in his mouth. But yeah, cats here get exhausted, brother. I've seen a lot of cats laying around like this today, looking dead, basically. Just super tired from the heat. Here's one thing I find fascinating and beautiful about places like this. A woman runs out of gas on her scooter. Another guy, a stranger on another scooter, stops. And then he just puts his foot on the back end of the scooter of the lady and starts driving, pushing her at the same pace he's driving. And that was pretty fast. The two syllables, shh, shh, are constantly following me through the city. People trying to sell me hashish. It's been enough for the first day.